Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cheap Shot Culture with myself, Mr. Philip Taylor. I have no middle names. With my good friend, Mr. Robert Ricks. Do you have a middle name?
I do. It's James.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know
Let's
that.
let's not start giving out all my details, like my mother's
Oh
maiden
no,
name.
we'll stop at addresses and stuff and certainly
Yeah.
bank details because there's nothing in my bank to be fair. But there we go.
I'd actually probably put my bank details out if somebody wants to put money in it. So
Sound. So, do you want to explain to everybody what we're doing today? What the video is about?
yeah, so hopefully you all watched our last video, which is all about some of the transfers that have gone on, and we went through some of the clubs, and we stopped at Man United. There's no point carrying on because no one really else has made anything major deals really to talk about.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty long video if we'd have made it right away to the end of the
4 hours later. So with the Premier League season starting on Friday, with I think it's Brentford versus Arsenal, I thought it'd be a really good idea for the both of us to sort of predict our finished Premier League table,
Yep.
and potentially the top goal scorers and assisters and Golden Gloves.
Sisters?
Assisters, not
all right, okay.
not our sister, because I don't know many of the footballers' sisters, but
No, you only go for mums, don't you?
John Terry does.
Sound. Okay. Which way do you want to do it?
So I've got on my screen next to me.
Yeah.
The table as it stands. So as it stands right now, Arsenal are champions. So congratulations to Arsenal. And I think we just go down from first to 20th as it currently stands, because no games have been played, and we just say where we think those teams would finish.
So am I right in thinking that you've already done yours?
I've got mine wrote down.
Right.
I've prepped.
So basically what you want me to do this video is to do maths and remember 20 football teams.
Well, I've got them. I'll go. I'm going to go into Arsenal, and then you'll tell me where you finish, and I'll write down where you think they'll finish.
Right, that's fine.
So, if you say Arsenal in 12th, and then go, I think Villa will finish in 12th. Oh well, you've got to put Arsenal there. So don't worry, I've got you covered.
Don't worry, Arsenal fans. I don't think you'll finish 12th.
No, 11th. Anyway,
sounds good then.
Yeah, I think we just kick it off straight away. Arsenal. Where do we think? You said you don't think they're going to finish in 12th. Where do you think they're going to finish?
I think I'm going to go 6th.
Arsenal in 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a big change from where I've put them, because I've put them in 9th.
Really?
And yeah, and for me, I just think it's going to be one of them seasons where, unless we've not seen the best out of Aubameyang from last season and the pre-season as well. They had a very poor pre-season. You can't really read too much into it. I just think it's going to be more of one of those seasons where they can, hopefully they stick behind the manager, build, and then next year push on.
See, this is potentially going to come back and bite me on the ass, because I don't think Arteta's the man. I think he'll be gone by the end of the season. I don't think he'll see the season out. So, but I would say that whoever comes in will be the one that sort of like gets him top 6.
Okay.
So, there we go.
6th and 9th. Next, we have Aston Villa.
Oh God, this is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I found. To be fair, I found me bottom half of the table a lot harder than I found the top half, because I've put Villa personally in 8th. I think they'll finish just above Arsenal. I think they made some really good signings from the Grealish money. Even goal scorer and Danny Ings will get you goals.
Yeah.
Solid defence. I think we touched upon it in the last video about Tuanzebe, and that's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's good signing. I'm glad he's gone there, to be fair.
Yeah, so I think a solid 8th position for Villa for me.
I'm going to go slightly conservative, and I'm thinking probably 10th.
10th, middle of the road.
Middle of the road, yeah.
Okay, you can't go wrong. Middle of the road. Somebody's finding that somebody's not prepped. Moving on to the next one. So I think this might be a little bit of an easy one for you to predict. So we got Brentford.
Brentford.
Newly promoted Brentford.
Um,
Are they going to go back down?
they've got a decent striker, to be fair, haven't they? And they did do well against us. But having said that, so did Sheffield United last season, and they still went down.
And with that logic, Everton are finishing bottom if you're going by pre-season. So
I will go 18th.
18th for
they'll
Brentford.
probably go down.
Yeah, so I've got them in 19th. Again, they've got a cracking striker, but can, even if we've seen it before, especially with like Timu Pukki, which we'll get onto later on when we get to Norwich and the 20th position that they'll finish in. But they can score as many goals as you can, but is the defence of Brentford going to hold up against, when we touch upon the Harry Kanes, the Salahs, the Brunos, Cavani's, etc. Are the defence going to hold up?
If you manage to stay in the Prem, I think you've got a pretty good squad. I just don't think it's up to standard, the Brentford squad.
Especially the way that they do the transfers. I don't know if you know this, but Brentford do everything on stats and statistics. They don't really scout players. They'll look at like expected goals, and that's how they make their signings.
I did. Liverpool did that on. I think they use like Football Manager type stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously worked for them. So
yeah,
cool.
Anyway, next Brighton. Now I found Brighton so hard to predict. Because for me, and I'd love to show you my piece of paper, but then it'd just ruin the rest of the video. So why would I do that? So I originally had them in 18th place. I had them to go down.
Oh.
And the only reason why I had them to go down is because I think the manager's amazing, but they don't really have like the firepower going forward. But then I thought of it a bit more. I remember what I said in the last video about who I actually thought was going to go down. So I had to stick with that. So I've actually a huge jump from 18th. I've put Brighton in 13th.
See, I was thinking 13th, to be fair. 13th. Yeah. I'm going to go 14th.
14th for Brighton. Yeah, they're a good team. They might just need a bit more of a push up front. I don't know.
They need a fit Danny Welbeck, really, don't they?
Yeah, and they sound like Adam Lallana last year on paper, and really good, solid midfielder.
Yeah,
just poor with injuries.
Yeah,
it's a difficult one. Again, I found these a little bit harder to predict, but I think they're quite solid year in year out. Burnley, the team that I just could not stand
14th
watching.
Have I used 14 yet?
You've just used 14.
I thought I used 13th. Oh no, because you went. So I'll go 13th for Burnley.
Okay. Yeah, I put them in 12th.
All right, not too far away.
Yeah, again, it's a difficult one with Burnley because they haven't really strengthened majorly, but the players they do always fits Sean Dyche's style of play, which is the most boring style of play I've ever have to watch. I can't. I actually genuinely cannot stand them.
I don't mind Burnley. I just don't like playing against them.
Yeah, the worst thing for me, and what I hate about playing, and I know players go down like a sack of shit nowadays, but it's they'll have the two biggest, strongest strikers in the whole country, in the whole world, and the smallest centre back will just tap them in the back and they go down. Yeah, when it's the opposite way around, they're all over them. I just cannot stand that style of play. But hey ho,
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Now a team that potentially could be pushing for the title, so it'd be interesting to see where you put them. Chelsea.
Right. So I kind of will have to stick with what I've said previously to other people about Chelsea. Chelsea are I don't even know whether I've actually said this to you, but the Lukaku signing is a game changer for them. Okay. I think there's a team there that he will score goals in. They're my pick for the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've not said that to me.
Have I not? Okay.
No.
I think it was Kenny and James and all them that said it too. Yeah, I like Thomas Tuchel as a manager. I think my heart sunk a little bit when he went there because I think he's got trophies in him. And I've just got this feeling that He'll win them the league. Yeah.
Yeah, I was debating it. I was debating with have them winning the league, but I've just put them in second. I just think, and I know Thiago Silva's a cracking centre back, but he is getting a little bit older now as the years go on.
Yeah, maybe.
He's getting older.
Is age a thing really with footballers now? I don't think it is.
Well, what I mean is, obviously, you when you compare them to say, you've got Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, so they older players. I know they've got Reece James and Chilwell, who are fantastic players, but two older defenders, and then you look at teams around them whose front threes or front ones or however many they play are getting younger and faster. I look back at when we faced them last season at Stamford Bridge, and we had the beat of them every time we attacked them, especially on the counter. We had the beating of the defence every single time because we were able to use the pace of Rashford and Dan James, I think, were playing at the time. So
yeah,
that's my only concern with Chelsea. I think the attacking stuff they've got, Kai Havertz, Lukaku, absolutely fantastic players. Can the defence, with them getting older each year, hack the ever-growing pace that the league brings?
I think when you got Kante playing in front of him, though, I don't think it really makes a difference to me.
Yeah. But second place,
Okay.
It pains me, but second place. Crystal Palace.
Oh God.
Yeah. Again, I changed these twice. And the only reason why I changed them is because I know what I said on the last video.
Going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle this season.
Okay.
I'm going to go 16th.
16th for Palace. Yeah, I had them originally in 16th place, so we nearly agreed on something then. But then I changed them at the last minute because I do remember, and again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure in the last video I had them to go down. And I don't think they've really done anything in the last week to really change my mind on it.
Yeah, that rings a bell now.
Yeah, they've not really done anything in me last week to change my mind. So I've put them in 18th place.
Okay.
And my major prediction with that is I think they'll go down like the last day of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, just adding a little bit of zest to it. Now to the team that at the start, according to your predictions of pre-season, they'd be 20th, Everton.
Did I? I'm sure that was you that said that, not me.
No, you said Brentford won't go down because he had a really good game against us in pre-season, but then by that account, Everton did poor, so they'd be bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Where have you got them? Where do you think?
It'll be there or thereabouts in the European places again, won't they? What for you outside the top four?
So you 6th and 10th.
8th.
8th Everton. Okay. So I've put them in 10th.
Okay.
I think they'll be a middle of the road. I think, people, again, heard me views on the signings they've made. I just think middle of the table, 10th position. There's never going to be a fear of them getting relegated again.
No.
There was a few, when David Moyes was in charge, there was one season where it was potentially on the cards. But solid mid-table. Yeah, nice position for them.
Cool.
Leeds. Now, the team that we're going to watch on Saturday is Leeds.
No bias, sorry.
No bias.
Oh. Can you remember where they finished last season? They were top half of the table, wasn't they?
You were. Let me double check because I can get it for you now. Leeds finished in 9th position.
That's decent, that,
Especially for the first season.
I'm just used 9th, haven't I?
You've got 9th still available. You think they're going to stay in the same position?
Yeah.
Leeds in 9th. So.
Yeah. I'm just thinking what other teams have got to fit up there. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, I think man's going to shock you.
Okay.
I'm based this on what I believe will happen before the transfer window ends as well, with other clubs around them, and this is what it makes sense. So I've actually got Leeds in 6th position.
Oh,
yeah, I think they're a decent side. I really do. And what I meant by that was obviously when we get onto Spurs in a bit, because normally you'd have Spurs and Arsenal towards the top, so like pushing those.
yeah.
I just don't see that with what I believe will happen.
Okay.
So yeah, Leeds in 6th position, good solid midfield. Patrick Bamford's an half decent player. They got the best name in defence ever in Cock. Still makes me chuckle every time I watch football. Yeah, 6th position.
You're a cock. Who's next?
Leicester.
Oh God.
Yeah, Leicester City. Newly Community Shield champions, Leicester City.
I picked. I think I've got Iniacho in my fantasy football team.
Okay.
How
would you really say his name?
Iniacho.
That H at the start throws me. It's just fine insane.
What for you? Where am I up to?
So I'm going to say you probably say top half the table.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if you didn't. So you got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th.
I'm going to go 7th, I think.
7th for Leicester. Okay. I got them 5th.
Okay.
Nothing really to say. They did a cracking performance in the Community Shield. Granted, it probably wasn't against the fullest of strengths City sides, but yeah, you can't go wrong. Harvey Barnes, James Maddison.
I don't think I've done right there. No, I think that's an injustice to Leicester, really.
Oh, you want to change them now?
They've won more league titles in the last 10 years than United have.
You want to change them because I've piped up now? Oh, I see.
No, because I think that, no disrespect, I think the big top 4 teams are really going to battle it out this season. So
yeah,
I'll leave it as it is.
You leave them in 7th.
Leave it as it is.
Okay, well, we'll get on to one of the top 4 teams because let's be honest, that's where they're going to finish.
Okay.
Unless there's a major injury scare with them again. We've got Liverpool.
Yeah. 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to finish 4th.
Okay. I don't know if we can have this because I don't know how good we are at editing stuff, but I think we need a bell for every time that we actually agree on a position because I've also put Liverpool in 4th.
Have you? Okay. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a go.
and to be fair, the only reason, and this is genuinely the only reason why I put them in 4th, is because I could not even write down the fact that they'd finish above us. That's the only reason.
I can't ever say that they'll finish above us. Absolutely not, no. But that's not us being unbiased, is it? So, but I genuinely don't think it this time, and the reason why is because in the last video you said that they're an aging squad, and I think you're right.
Yeah, Jota's one hell of a striker or a winger, and he will replace someone. There's just this feeling about Fabinho is getting older. Henderson's 31. You've still got James Milner. Salah's 29. Mane's 29.
And they've still not really got a bench to speak of as such. Have they really? They still rely heavily on the team that basically won the Champions League and the league, which is it's understandable. But at the same time, if teams are going to know how to play against him, and if there are games you need to switch it, has he got that on the bench to do? Maybe.
Yeah. However, I just really want to throw this in there. This is me putting my biased hat on, and I just have to bring it up because I don't know how true it is, and I'd love it. I'd want it to be true just to find it that funny. So apparently, when the fans are back in the stadium, which are going to be happening soon, they're going to.
No, please don't. No, you're joking.
No, that's what I've read. They're apparently going to be doing like a trophy thing because they missed it when they won it. That's the rumour anyway. I don't know how true it is. I just find it dead funny.
I actually respect Liverpool as a club for the history, and But they can't do that. They
that's
can't.
funny though, isn't
That
it?
will. Oh mate.
Anyway,
Okay.
onto the team
Next.
that onto the team that can't get more than 100 people to see a new signing, Manchester City. I'll go first. I've put them to win the league again.
You put them to win the league. So
Yeah.
I've got Chelsea to win the league.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's second or third, and it's between us and them, and I can't make my mind up.
Well, okay. Well, you're gonna have to because
And
the next
again,
team
I know. I'm gonna go United second, City third.
Oh, okay. Okay. So why have you? Okay. Well, I've put United third.
That was my initial thought.
Mhm.
But I just don't know. I just have a feeling that Ollie's not quite the guy to get us the
You
league.
say this every single
do.
time,
and I'm right because he hasn't.
Oh, mate, no, because you do this every time. We get knocked out of the Champions League, and you text me going, "Yeah, it's time for him to go." No, I just you are that fan that people moan about with that manager that goes, he wins one game and he's like, Ollie in, he's going to win us everything. So then he loses, and it's like, yeah.
I'm not going to pretend I'm a great fan. I'm a shocking fan, and yeah, and there's for loads of different reasons, but I am terrible. I do back him. I just don't think I think he'll win a trophy this season. I don't think it'll be the league, but I do think it will be close, and it's going to be close between my top four, and there's not going to be much in it. I don't think.
No, I think that's the same for me. I think the top four will be very, very close. I think there'll be a big gap between fourth and fifth.
All right, okay, yeah, maybe, possibly. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go us second, City third.
Okay, now one for Kenny. We have Newcastle.
I fancy Newcastle.
Okay, do you?
To do okay. I like Steve Bruce as a manager, mate.
Okay, so
they made a decent signing in Willock.
So has he actually signed? Because I'm not.
Yeah, I believe he signed. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they've had a bid accepted for him.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I've jumped the gun a bit there. I'm going to go. What have I got left?
So you got fifth. So if you think they're that good, that you're going to say fifth.
They're not going to finish fifth.
They're not going to finish fifth. Okay. You got 11th, 12th, 15th, 17th, and 19th, 20th.
I'm going to go 12th.
You're going to go for 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll have the best season this season.
Okay. So again, I'd like to say that we're going to be able to do that Bell thing again, but we really won't because I've got them in 16th place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Steve Bruce as a manager. Yeah. I've got this thing that really good players don't make an amazing manager, and I know I keep banging about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going to win his stuff, and he was one hell of a player. But when you compare him to other strikers that we had at the club, you can't put them up there, so to speak, with the Rooneys and Ronaldo and so on. But yeah, I don't like managers that jump from team to team. And that's what I see with like him, Mark Hughes, and etc. Where they have a team for a couple of years, they move, and they're like Sam Allardyce type thing. I'm just not a huge fan of him as a manager, but I think the ownership and stuff will mess them up again. So I'm over 16th.
Okay, fine.
Okay, now on to our 20th place, Norwich.
Yep, 20th. Yep. Next.
Honestly, God, they should just have their own league. Yeah. Anyway, 20th position.
Southampton. Surprises, you never know. You just don't know, do you? Really?
Southampton.
Southampton.
So you got 11th, 15th, 17th, 19th, and 5th.
15th, I think.
15th for Southampton.
Yeah.
Oh, ring that bell again.
Hey.
I've also got them in 15th.
I'm going to have to remember these now so I can edit them, which I'm probably not going to do.
No. It's funny, though. Yeah, Southampton, I've got them in 15th. I think the selling of Danny Ings is really going to hurt them.
Yeah. As I don't think he did all that much for him, but he didn't do too bad. But Minamino's gone back to Liverpool now, hasn't he, as well? So
Yeah.
yeah, they need to get somebody in that's going to score him some goals, I think.
Well, they've signed Adam Armstrong from Blackburn.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
is. And I've put him down as sort of my surprise package, and I know I've just said Southampton are going to struggle a little bit, but I don't see him being like a Danny Ings type player. But I think coming from the Championship, I think he might surprise a few.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins had a decent season, didn't he? So
yes, so anything
might
can
be
happen.
yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
But hey ho, you don't know. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur.
Who's left? So we've got
Tottenham, Watford, West Ham, and Wolves.
Right. So
Tottenham
got left.
Tottenham, Watford, West Ham, and Wolves. So you've got 5th, 11th, 17th, and 19th. So you're either going to relegate Tottenham, Watford, West Ham, or Wolves.
Oh God, Tottenham will be me 5th then.
Spurs in 5th. Oh, you don't seem too confident about that one.
I don't know. No, I think
this is why you should have prepared, shouldn't you?
Well, no, it's more spontaneous this way, isn't it?
It's longer, and yeah, I put them in 7th.
Okay.
And now I can get on to it. And the reason why I put City top is because I can't see Harry Kane leaving.
Okay.
And then where the hell are they going to get the goals from? I don't know. Human Song's one hell of a player, and they're looking at that Martinez at Inter. But yeah, just 7th place.
Okay.
You got them in 5th. Nice.
Got them in 5th.
Watford.
11th,
17th, or 19th.
How many
are you relegating?
Who?
11th, 17th, and 19th.
Watford. Yeah, I'll relegate them.
You're relegating Watford?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Ben Foster. No, I've got them in 17th.
On our podcast, and then we'll see.
I've got them in 17th. I'm looking. You know what? I'm genuinely looking forward to Watford just for his videos. It's the only reason why I'm excited to see Watford back in the Prem. I can't wait to see him at like fucking cycling up to Manchester at Old Trafford. I just can't wait to see it. Honest to God, I can't wait.
Good. But yeah, no, I think they'll go down. So yeah.
Plus, we're both a lover of ketchup.
Oh?
Yeah, I eat ketchup on everything.
He does.
Yeah, same here.
This is true.
Yeah, it's true. You have proper northern water with everything. Next, we have West Ham. West Ham. You're going to put them in 11th.
It'll have to be 11th.
17th.
It'll have to be 11th, and I'm not happy with that really because I think they'll finish higher than that. So I don't know what I've done here.
Well, even though it's probably not going to be there, let's ring that bell again. I've also got them in 11th. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reasoning behind that was just, I'm not solely was it down to Lingard, but at this present moment, this time of recording, they haven't got that player that scored that many goals for them when he joined them in January. So it was one hell of a season for them last year. Did they get into Europe?
I think they did.
Did they have to qualify? Because sometime, let me have a quick look. They finished 6th, so yeah, they'd be in like that Europa League position. And sometimes when a team like, I would say smallish team, but not a top 6 side.
A team that's not used to playing in Europe on a yearly basis. I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, they struggle. Yeah.
That's fine. That justifies my 11th. I'll take that then.
Okay. So according to your prediction, Wolves will now finish 17th. I put them in 14th, so not too far away. It's just a whole change of manager.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Change of manager. Can they get any more Portuguese players in? I don't know. Every player's
got any room for any more?
Every player's Portuguese. I could probably only count 3 that aren't. Raul Jimenez, Connor Cody, and is it Wilfred Bowley or something? Is it? I think it's Bowley anyway. I don't think he's Portuguese.
Yeah.
Couldn't say it anymore.
Okay.
They're all Portuguese. Adama Traore.
He's Spanish, isn't he?
Spanish. Yeah, he's one of them ones. He's ones who are not actually Spanish, but they've got relatives that are.
Oh, see what you mean.
Yeah. Like that Blackburn player who's Chilean. But he's born in Stoke-on-Trent.
But they went on holiday there 1 year.
No, so
now he gets to play for Chile. Yeah.
No, his mum's. I think his mum's from Chile.
Okay.
And he played for them in the Copa America.
Mad.
Yeah. So there we go. So
okay,
your relegated 3 are Norwich, Watford, and Brentford. So the 3 teams that have come up, you're sending them straight back down.
Yeah.
And I'm sending down Palace instead of Watford.
Right.
Interesting. Who do you think is going to be top goal scorer?
Top goal scorer will be Kane again.
Yeah, I put Kane. Oh, ring that bell again. No, I got Harry Kane as well. The guy with the most assists. This would be mental if we get them all the same.
It's got to be Bruno again, hasn't it?
Ring that bell again.
Good.
Can we get 3 out of 3? Your Golden Glove.
Golden Glove.
He's going to keep the most clean sheets.
It's not going to be a United keeper because they're going to chop and change that much.
Yeah.
Can
we get our own video hat trick? Here we go. He's now thinking of other keepers apart from Edison.
Schmeichel?
Oh, you going for Kasper?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't get 3 out of 3. I got Chelsea's Mendy.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think they'll concede, but I also think they'll score a lot.
Okay.
So it'll be a you score 3, we'll score 4 kind of situation, I think, for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did write down who I thought was going to be like a flop and not perform to the heights, but I didn't really want to use flop because the first player I wrote down, it was obviously unjustified to would call him a flop. And I crossed them out in the end, but I did initially put Jack Grealish. But what I meant by that was, I think we've had this conversation, which is he going to play week in, week out? Is he going to live up to that price tag? And I don't like comparing people to price tags because that's my concern for him, is that he'll play one game for City, and we all know what the British media is like, and the minute he doesn't play a good game for City, it's 100 million down the drain type thing. And
no, mate, and this is not being in any way, shape or form a bitter United fan. That won't happen because he does not play for United. And it is as simple as that. If he did, yes, that's what would be said. I
would say something else. The British media might not do it, but let's not get into politics right now.
No.
But yeah,
no, I think paying 100 million for a player, they're going to play him. He'll play more than you think, I think.
Okay. But in the end, I did cross him out in the end because I just.
So who did you go for?
So I put 2 down. So I did initially put Ivan Toney of Brentford.
Okay.
But then I felt really bad about that because I do think he actually scored goals. And then my next one, I'm really not confident with anything I wrote down. I actually wrote Lukaku down. And the reason behind that is what we spoke about, because again, I've not seen that much of him at Inter because I don't follow like Italian football.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you mentioned it on the last video, which was he doesn't score you your first goal. He doesn't score you the winner. He scores you your second or your third, and when you've already started.
For us, but he everywhere else he's played, particularly sort of like Everton and West Brom, he did.
Yeah,
I can't deny that with him.
And that's what I've based it on. the previous time, the last time I seen him week in, week out, which is at United. I know he scored goals, but again, but I know he's a different player, and I found the flop side of it really difficult. I just maybe wants to, but not going to live up to the expectations that.
So should we say
people are gonna set.
underachiever?
Yeah, we'll go with
Okay.
underachiever. And
Your underachiever is Lukaku.
Yeah, and I'm not happy with that, but yeah.
I will go with Wilfred Zaha.
Oh, okay.
Particularly if you think that they're going to go down. He's not really going to be performing, is he?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Again, might come back to bite me on the ass, but I don't rate him.
No, I think we said this last time, which was we're now like 2 days before the windows, before the season starts, and he's still at Palace. No one.
Not been mentioned at all this time round, has he? No.
No, especially when you look at some other teams. Everton have just signed Andres Townsend when they could have signed Wilfred Zaha. That type of thing. I'd look at, and there must be a reason. Who do you think is going to be a surprise, like overachiever, surprise package that people aren't going to expect?
I'm hoping,
and more to it is why Phil Jones.
If he gets at least one Premier League game, that's a massive overachievement for Phil Jones. But I feel so bad saying that because he's been good for us. He has.
Yeah.
He just went through a bad time and just was really awful. For me, I'm hoping it's Sancho. Really, really want him to come in, hit the ground running, and have an awesome season for us.
Okay.
And justify why it's really taken us 2 years to sign him. Yeah, I'll go Sancho.
You go for Sancho. Okay. No, I'm like I say, it's one of them ones, isn't it? We're never going to know until the season starts. It's a little bit of fun to see. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But
have you picked
I'm
yours?
looking forward to. I told you before. I think that Adam Armstrong from Southampton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just think.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Thanks for listening. So yeah, that's right. I just think someone like that, like not being in the Premier League before, he might shock a few, grab a couple of goals, and
okay,
yeah,
cool. Anything else?
I don't think so. No, I'm looking forward to the season. Be really interesting. I think it's going to be one of the most hard-fought seasons for a while.
It's going to be a good season. It's going to be a tight, close season, I think.
Yeah, unless we see like injuries like we did last season, but I think they've had some players have had time off now compared to last year.
The return of the crowds is going to make a massive difference to a lot of clubs.
Yeah, we mentioned that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, rules are changing, so it's going to be. I think it's a little bit more easier for the goal scorer now.
Yeah,
especially where offsides are concerned and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to Saturday. Going to Old Trafford with you again. So yeah, all the best to all the teams, but more so us.
I'm not even going to be unbiased there. I want us to win the league, but
I do. I really do, mate. I really do, but we'll see. You never know. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. We will be back with our next video probably Sunday. For all you wrestling fans, it will be wrestling related.
Wrestling. And one thing for me is obviously don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for any notifications.
Yeah.
Wasn't listening. You listened to me before. Also, we're now on Spotify.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, so you can listen to us on the go because you can't shut a YouTube app and still listen to it. So why not move us to Spotify where you can listen to us in the car safely?
Yes. Last one from me. I do apologise for my dodgy camera. It will be replaced by the time we do a video again. It's shocking.
Yeah, Helen's currently there winding it up so we can get some better quality on it.
Excuse me. Yes. So Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, mate. Nice one.
See you later.
See you soon. See you later.